Good morning. I'm going to go through the test, and I'd like you to do your test corrections, and you can pause and rewind and record whenever you'd like. This first type, we're pretty well done by most of you, but just as a review, we need two numbers that add to negative 10 and multiply to give me positive 9. We're going to choose negative 9 and negative 1. They both have to be negative in order for the 9 to be positive. And then we can go straight to the answer. Remember that to get x squared, we just do x times x, and then write the other numbers we just found in here. Similarly, over here, we need to add to negative 1 and multiply to negative 90. That's going to be negative 10 and 9. Again, draw your brackets. To get x squared is x times x, and then use your numbers negative 10 and positive 9. The next one, two numbers that add to negative 5 and multiply to 6. Well, 6 and 1, but that's going to be a negative 1, and then I won't get a positive 6. So I think I need to use 2 and 3 and make them both negative in order to get positive 6. Again, write your brackets. X times x will give this x squared, and then your other numbers in here, minus 2, minus 3. When we encounter a trinomial that has a number in front, we should probably look for a common factor first. And in fact, 5 does go into 5, 30, and 40. So I'm going to take the 5 out, and I'm left with x squared minus 6x plus 8. I keep the 5 up front, but I can ignore it for now. Now I need two numbers that add to give me the negative 6, but multiply to give me positive 8. So again, negative 2 and negative 4. So I'm going to write 5, and inside the square brackets, I'll do some round brackets, 2 with x's, minus 2, minus 4. So that was very similar to the ones that you already did. In this next question, we are going to do it two different methods. I'll start with decomposition. So I need to find two numbers that add to give me the negative 18 in the middle, just like before. But this time we want to multiply to the 5 times the 9, which is 45. So I need two numbers that add to negative 18, but multiply to 45. 3 and 15, both negative in order to get a positive 45. I'm going to split up the middle number, 18x, into minus 3x and minus 15x. So rewrite everything the same, but take the 18x and make it a minus 3x and a minus 15x. Keep the plus 9. Then I'm going to factor by grouping each of these two sections. And in here, I can take out an x, and I get 5x minus 3. And in the second grouping, 3 goes into both of those, so I'll take a 3 out. If I do that, I get 15x divided by 3 is 5x, and 9 divided by negative 3 is minus 3. You'll notice that the 5x minus 3 is in common in each section, so pull that out to the front. And then I have x minus 3. This was decomposition. The second method was the trial and error, if that works for you. So I'm going to draw my little chart. The A is 5, so 5 and 1. The C is 9. So it could be 9 and 1, 1 and 9, or 3 and 3. And then I'm using the crisscross method, like this, to see if I can get negative 18. So the 5 and the 9 does not make negative 18. The 5 with this 9 is 45 with the 1, so that doesn't make 18. This 5 with this 3 is 15, and 1 with 3 is 3, so that's actually the column I want. And I want it to be negative 18, so I need both of these to be negative. So then I can read the two factors right off the chart. So 5x minus okay, so then the two factors are 5x minus 3 from here and here, and the other one is 1x minus 3 from there. Thank you. Okay, so in this last one, I need to find two numbers that add to 37 but multiply to 36. So that would be 36 and 1. I'm going to break up use decomposition and break up the middle term into two piles, 36x and 1x. Then I have to factor by grouping the first set, take out a 6x, x plus 6. What I'm actually doing is I'm asking myself 6x squared divided by 6x leaves x, and 36 divided by 6x leaves 6. The second set, out of there, all that comes out of there is a 1, so plus 1, and then I have x plus 6 in the brackets. Again, the x plus 6 is in common. Bring it out to the front, I get x plus 6, and the other term, the other factor is 6x plus 1. Using the trial and error method, my 6 could be 6 and 1, or 2 and 3, and this 6 could be 6 and 1, 1 and 6, 2 and 3, 3 and 2. Then I use my crisscross method, so 6 and 6 does not make 37. The next one, 36 and 1 does make 37, so these are my two columns that matter. Everything's positive, so now I can just write based on what I see there, so 6x plus 1 and 1x plus 6. Good luck.